Okay, the next question was number 43. Spoiler alert, this is what you're doing on this question. 43 is basically what the activity is that's starting your work for this week. So 43A, explain why this is true. Well, because this is the distance from one focus to a point, any point that's on the hyperbola, and that's the distance from the other focus to that same point on the hyperbola, and by definition, hyperbola is the difference between those two, right? And so this right here is this common difference we're going to have. Okay, why does it equal 2a? Well, that's true because if I were to consider a point, the point over here, which is in line with the two foci, right? Here's one of those lengths. Here's the other one of those lengths. Okay, and here is the center, and here is A. Okay, so if we take a look at that for ourselves, if we were going to take, right, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I have that right. Okay, so, oops, I did the ellipse. Okay, let me go back real quick. So if I have the difference, common difference, that's going to put, if that's the focus there and that's the focus there, that's going to put the point right in here because it's a common difference for myself. Okay, and so this right here is going to be A for myself. Okay, and then this right here is going to be C for myself. Okay. So if I take a look at it, if I were to take, and this is from the center right here. Okay. So if I'm looking at that, right, the difference, if I consider it, right, this part right here, right, which is this segment. Again, let me get a different color here. So this segment, if I subtract this piece from this, means I would take this away. Hey, that just leaves me with this middle portion, which is A on both sides, so it's 2A. So that common difference is 2A. In B, it says in the preceding equation, add the quantity blah to both sides. This is basically telling you how to get the steps for going through to isolate the distance from one of the focus to a point. Okay, so which is exactly the same as what you're going to be doing at the beginning of the activity. So this is just kind of giving you a little bit of the details of how that's going to work and how you're going to kind of go through deriving it. Okay, so B is saying, hey, if you have this equation, B is saying, hey, let's solve for it by adding this quantity to both sides. Okay, and then we're going to square both sides. So we move this over so that there's only one radical on this side. If we square it, that means the radical is going to go away. So 4a squared plus 4a x minus c squared plus y squared plus x minus c squared plus y squared. Okay, and so you're going to have some things canceling there. And let's see if B is telling you. So you just, right, it says show all the results. You just kind of, that's Josie. She says hi.
Sorry.
Right, that's okay. Right, you distribute everything out. It's going to cancel out, and that's how you're going to eventually get to the rest of it there. Right, so if you had trouble with it, here's the derivation, and this will help you with this week's work. Because this week's work is going to ask you to do the exact same thing, right? At this point, this right here, oh, bad eraser. This right here is the distance from one of the foci, so that's going to be foci 2, okay? And plus x squared minus 2xc plus c squared, whoops, c squared. No, I can't use that eraser, so I'll grab a different one, okay? The c squareds cancel, the x squared cancels. I move this over. I got 4xc equals 4a squared plus 4a f2p, the distance, right? This was the distance from that focus. And then move this over, divide by 4a to get f2p all by itself there. Okay, I could have left the a there, right? So, and then I'm left with, for this one right here, c over ax minus a equals f2p. right? Okay, because I'm dividing both sides by A. This is now in part C there, right? And we get this, and hey, that's my eccentricity by definition of eccentricity. That's what it is, right? And so there's my final equation. Okay, so if you had trouble with that one, right, now you can see it. Now you can start the activity for this week and be able to derive that.